Hello everyone, good morning and thank you for the introduction, Eric. Once again, myself Rahul Krishnan, and I'm working for STEM Document Engineering for last 13 years, and this is my second presentation in Tech Users Group. Along with Radhakrishnan and Rishikeshan, today I'm going to talk about a pursuit I have done to typeset a professional and accessible tables using LaTeX. First, let me give an overview. I have 2 points to mention. First one is that while working with various publishers and typesetting their tables, we have found that typesetting a tables which makes unique. For that, they will use different colors. They cannot change the data in the tables, but they can change the colors or the layout in the position of captions. So when they change it, they will make that unique for them, so that when a reader see a table or figure, the color and the schemes or the position of captions will determine which publisher typeset this document. So these kinds of changes should be added in a LaTeX world, and it should be accessible. That's my second point. To make that possible, to typeset these kinds of tables, we need a TeX package or a group of TeX packages that can typeset these kinds of tables and which is accessible. So, moving to the next slide. While sorting out the prominent packages in CTAN during my pursuit, I have found that in the mentioned website, the tagging status of LaTeX packages and classes are maintained by LaTeX project team. As of 8th July 2026, there are some packages that cannot be used for an accessible table. Among this list of 16 packages, these 8 to 16 packages can be eliminated. Yeah, it's said, right? But we can typeset a good table using these booktabs, color table, longtable, array, tabularx, tabularray, and tabular. These packages can create a accessible and good aesthetic tables. Now let's see how that can be done. This is one cartoon I have generated using AI, and I would like to share with you because it seems quite interesting. It's good to see that everyone is trying to accessible, and this is all about that packages. Yeah, I hope you like it. Let me move forward. Now, here is a question I have. Let me take this as an interactive session. I have 4 tables here. Your job is very simple to find out which one is a nice table. I will give you some seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now, I think you might have selected the table D here. It's just an OK table, right? If you are a spreadsheet guy, you might have choose the C. Like they need to have these rows and column with the rules. Otherwise, they cannot express their data using a tabular form. So here, if we are thinking about aesthetics, in my opinion, these all for the 4 tables are not good, isn't it? Yes, because there are spacing issues here, like above and below rules, then above and below the content. Now, again, let's see how this table can be generated using LaTeX. First of all, I am not here to teach you how to code a table using LaTeX. Here, I have just mentioned this code to show you how it appears the output and how the tags appear in the tag viewer. And first of all, as I mentioned earlier, we need a accessible table. When we talk about accessible tables, the command document metadata should be there in every document. So I'm not going to teach or talk about the document metadata because Ulrich and Frank is here. They will give an excellent talk. So I'm not going to do that. So here, this is the code begin table, then end table, begin tabular, end tabular. And the one command you might have that this command, the tag PDF setup, which I have used to mark the first and second row as table header. So how it is appear in the tag viewer is like this. When we use this option, the header will be marked as th. And again, if we have said that the first and second row should be an header and rest of the thing as a normal TD elements. So here you can see that terms can be generated in the tag viewer as mentioned. Okay. So this image is taken using a PDFX command, a Linux a cross-platform software, I think. So it can give you an insight how the tags appear in the PDF. Okay, this is a normal table. Now we have to find out the issues. Like I mentioned earlier, there are some spacing issues here, like the above and below rule, then above and below of the cells. So when we think about a normal table in a normal a typeset page, this is okay, I think. At least some of you have seen, oh, what's the problem here? There, everything is right. But when we talk about academic publishing in various publishers, this should not be allowed. There should be some space and above and below. So now comes the heroes of this presentation, the book tabs and multi-row, which support the tagging. So here I have used two packages, book tabs and multi-row, and there are some extra items I added here, the multi-row, then the real content. I have omitted those so that it can be easily identifiable in this presentation. So the output will be like this. On the top, you can see the before table, which is the direct table we have generated using LaTeX. And here we have a table which contains a good table, which I feel here the skips are really good and it seems very prettier than the previous one. So for me and some of us will feel that this is an aesthetically and semantically pleasing PDF, I mean the table. Here you can see an extra tag here I have added for the multi-row. At the moment, there is an issue with the tagging setup. I have checked in the LaTeX lab and they have written that this tag required more testing and there are issues. And so that I have commented it here for the moment. And one thing I would like to mention is that the T-foot, in the tagging structure, which we have seen here in the previous tagging structure, the T-foot is missing in the tagging structure. So that is because here I have coded it as a normal text. At the moment we have been had any packages to typeset this table footnote and make that entry in the tagging setup. So this is one note I have. Now going forward, the next one is with the color tables, which I have already said about the different layout or different colors or different position of captions of different publishers, so that we can identify different publishers, so that make that unique. Yes. So here I have used the package called color table, and I have used some random colors, and here is the output. So this one is from the book tabs and multi-row, and by adding the color table, these the colors are appearing here and the shades are correctly appear. So the one point I would like to mention is that here the multi-row, when I use the row color pushed over this range string. So I have used a cell color command in entire cells, so that to make that it's a row color. So I think it's a bug. I should have posted in the JIT. This is one thing yes, that's right. It's good. So coming to the conclusion, the requirements for presenting a tabular data is listed here, as the first one is horizontal and vertical rules, cell colors, merging rows and columns, and the horizontal and vertical spaces. By using these book tabs, multi-row and color table packages, I think we have already covered that. As you can see the previous slides, it's a bit good and aesthetics, and it is much prettier than the usual table from LaTeX. And for the cell alignment, we can use the higher version of tabularx and the array packages, and the rest of the three comes on the demand, like the footnote and legends. And at the moment we don't have any packages that support tagging. We have a package in CTAN called 3-part table. For the moment it is not support, it haven't any support, so that we cannot do. I think if we tweak that package so that anyway we will code it inside begin table nodes and end table nodes, then that commands can be pushed into the tagging structure with tfoot elements. It's my thought. I know there are issues. I think Frank and Ulrich will work on that. The next one is have the long table and Excel tabular, which they are doing a good job in breaking the tables across the document, and I have tested it and they are working just fine. Then here is the next one is the landscape mode, the view, and this is not related to a tagging, but it should be there because it is a part of the presentation of tabular data. And this is my conclusion, that we have some packages where if you are listing it, the packages will be the book tabs, multi-row, color table, array, tabular, long table, Excel tabular, etc. With these packages, we can create an aesthetically and accessible PDF with different tables. I mean the tables using LaTeX. And finally, I would like to thank Mr. Abhilash and Abu for giving me the feedbacks. And this is my color form in while creating this for this presentation. And thank you. And I'm open for the questions.
There you go. For questions. Oh, turn on your microphone. Microphone down there. Turn that on. Up there. There's the mouse. Yeah, turn that on.
Okay, there we go.
And then you can hand that over to whoever has a question.
Yes, Boris.
Yeah, thank you. It's not from. Hi, Rahul. Glad to see you. Yeah, it's Too bad you could not make it here, but we really like to see at least on the screen. I have a question. It's not from, it's my own question. It's not from the chat, from YouTube chat. When you talk about footnote in the table, I'm not sure about the standard whether it even has it, because your table is a float and you have a footnote inside a float. And my question is whether PDF standard, how does it treat it? Because it's not a normal footnote which is refers to page. It's something different. Thank you.
Doris, I think my connection is not good. I have missed some of your words. Is it possible to repeat again?
I will repeat question in the chat. The
Okay.
question, okay, let me just put this question in the chat so Rahul is about footnotes.
He'll do the question in the chat.
tables. Yes. Whether
You can hold the microphone way close.
Yeah.
yeah, I just repeated. I just repeated in the chat. The question was whether PDF standard allows footnotes inside floats, and how can I treat the footnotes inside floats? Thank you.
Oh. Footnotes.
If node is allowed on the table set.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I wanted to make a remark about multi-row. Multi-row is currently incompatible, so you cannot use the package if you want accessible tables. We would have to contact the author to change this. There is a TAG PDF setup key that you can use in a cell to tell it that this cell spans a number of columns instead, but you can't use the multi-row command. That doesn't work currently. It's incompatible. And about the footnotes, yes, one can place them below the table. I think I have some code somewhere for three-part table. So open an issue and then perhaps I can help you to get the notes more or less correct. But we would have to test what is really the best tagging. This is something that you always have to test and then do some reading and check does it sound okay or not. Yeah, and that's our testing. Yeah.
Okay.
Are there any further questions for Rahul? Okay, thank you, Rahul, for your presentation.
Okay.